Hey, everybody. Welcome to Zach Sports Cars and Collectibles. Thank y'all for watching. Man, y'all, look how red my face is. Sorry, y'all. I just got out of the shower.
You're running around.
Woo, look at there. Man, I'm really honored tonight. I got a very special guest coming back with us tonight. We got Daryl Gianardo, Mr. 95 Cents in the house. Thank you, Daryl, for being here tonight, man.
Everybody, how's it going?
Super pumped to have Daryl back with me tonight for a very special episode, 3-Pack Thursday tonight. Y'all, I just went work late tonight, and then I went to the store, and then I ran him, and I jumped in the shower. So I just got back in here. Thank y'all for being there. Zach's Collection are in the house. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Jank Pack Thursday, y'all. Yeah, I'm super pumped about this panel here with me tonight. Super pumped to have Daryl, Mr. 95 Cents, back with me tonight for a special episode. Now, tonight, I know there's a lot going on tonight. I know the Rushmore show is going on tonight, Sports Car Radio, big convention going on tonight. So we're not going to go long tonight, but a lot to watch on TV. So we'll appreciate you all stopping by. We got the comment and collector here in the house, man. Did you see last week's episode, Daryl? Comment and collector.
It was good. And
yeah,
we're going to do that episode now. In YouTube.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Best opening in YouTube.
He is. Robert's awesome.
Also, he did an extra long one on that video. The extra long now.
Yes, good. Yes. He's awesome. He says, wait a minute, wrong line. Wait, where's Trump? Where's another north-south matchup and battle the accents? A couple of my favorites. It's going to be good. Yeah, for sure.
I can't see the chat, so you got to tell me if anybody sees anything.
Yeah, I'll pop it on here.
Yeah, I can't see the chat.
Here's Zach's Collection. It's going to be a great panel. That's right. Super pumped. You know, we're going to hang out here and talk a little bit with Daryl. I want to catch up with Daryl. There's a lot I want to talk with you, Daryl. Me and Daryl just talked for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I realized it was 8:30. I just quickly flew. Like y'all, my hair's probably still wet. I just got right out of the shower, flew on here. So
running around, we're active.
Yeah. You know, I'm a busy man, y'all. I'm a busy man. I've been riding all over.
I get all these phone calls from shop owners telling me they ain't making no money anymore.
Oh, well, they're selling Topps Chrome. They're not making much money.
Maddox keeps raising the prices on them. You know, they keep raising the prices. So what are you going to do?
I got to say, though, Daryl, I really loved your show, your card show video where they were selling like, what, $10 blasters the other day?
Yeah, I'm doing that show Saturday, and he usually has $10 blasters.
Yeah, everybody on YouTube's been talking about that. I've heard several other channels talking about that video where you were at, and they were like, "Did you see what Daryl found at the card show?" It was incredible.
Tommy's a good friend of mine. He's I think he's the one of the few in New Jersey, if not the only one. He's a wholesale distributor for Topps for retail. So when he can't get rid of something, he puts it for $10. He's got to move the stuff. So usually it's $10 or sometimes $15 blasters, and then he'll have the hanger packs, and usually he's 2 for $15 on those.
Wow, that's a great price.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you know the optic hangers for basketball are $22, $24, I think, in Walmart. I mean, you get them for that price. That's incredible. You know.
Yeah, stuff's getting too expensive. Yeah, no, it's getting too expensive.
For sure. Hey, we got Firebox Brakes in the house. Keith coming to us from the great country of Canada, man.
Super hello, everybody. I can't see the chat, so hello, everybody.
Great. I'm putting them up here on the screen. You see the screen?
I see them. Yeah, I see them. Yeah.
I'll try to pop them up here as they pop in for you, Daryl.
I see.
Well, y'all, super pumped to have Daryl on with me tonight. I got my Braves hat on. I've got my Braves shirt on. I know Daryl's number 1 team is the Yankees, but his number 2 team and the number 1 team in the National League is the Atlanta Braves. So
that's right.
If I had any Yankee stuff, I'd wear a Yankees hat for you, Daryl.
My nephew works for the Braves. And let me tell you something. I know firsthand they're a first-class organization, and he tells me everything goes on over there, and that made me a big fan. You know, all the things they do, especially for his family. You know, so it's pretty good. Yeah.
We got Perch 007. Perch 007 is my rookie of the year and my YouTube All-Stars. And you know who my manager is? It's Daryl. I had Daryl nominate him as my manager of my team.
Oh, okay. What was that? I forgot to mention that. What was that, coach or something, right?
Yeah. I had to have 6 managers, 2 rookies of the year, and then I had to have 15 nominations for YouTube
All
All
right.
Stars. 4 Leaf Cards is doing a VR, and I was like, I need an experienced person, card shop, hobby, history.
Yeah.
Daryl's awesome, so I brought you in as my manager, and so I was like, you're a perfect person for
I
that.
know a few things about cards.
Yeah. That is all true.
Since I'm buried in them all day.
That's awesome. And look who just stopped by. Maine's World of Wax in the house.
Aiden, how you doing?
There's another one in the YouTube YouTube nominations as well. Zach's collection was in there too. We had look who dropped in, the hobbyists in the house, man. There you go. What his Maine says. Maine says Zach Sports Card Collection. I'm not in blue still. Shh.
Oh, you got a great crew here, Zach. I tell you, I enjoy Thursday nights. I'm here most Thursday nights, as long as the nephews aren't playing hockey or something, and it's a lot of fun,
Hey, you want to tell everybody the story about what happened to you the last time you were on the stream and how Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles live stream saved your house from exploding? Do you want to talk about that?
Jesus. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was crazy. So what happened was I was on the stream. We went a little late for me anyway, right? And then, when you're doing something like this, you get sort of wound up, so you can't go right to sleep anyway.
No, I can't. I can step a couple hours.
Yeah, so I probably dozed off. I went to bed, but I probably didn't fall asleep till about 12:30. And good thing, because I probably wasn't in a sound sleep. A little after 1, I got awakened by sound like some rumbling or something, and I wake up and it sounds like there's pipes in the wall rumbling or something. So I said, what the hell's going on here? So I went downstairs, and it was worse. It was felt like it was an earthquake or something. So I says, oh, it sounds like the furnace downstairs in the basement. So I says, all right, now I got a house that's from 1860. So it's old. And one of the things I got to replace is the stairs that go down to the basement from the house, because they're so old. One guy told me, if you weigh more than 150 pounds, don't go down here. Well, I do. So I don't go down here that way. I go outside and go through the hatch. So I said, okay, I'm not doing that at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. So I just turned the thermostat off, and the noise went away. I said, all right. So the noise went away. I says, let me go to sleep, because I was tired as hell. Next day, I called up PSEG, and the guy came in, and he looked, and he came back up, and he says, good thing you turned that off. He goes, you had a runaway furnace. I said, what the hell is that? He goes, however, all the elements in there to actually cool it off broke at the same time or something. Mm-hmm. And he says, if you didn't turn that off, within 15 minutes or so, that would have blew through the roof here.
Wow.
And my bedroom is right above it on the second floor. I would have been dead probably. So
see, and that's all because in what time, Daryl, you stayed up an extra hour to be here on it.
I wasn't in a sound sleep, so Zach saved my life.
I did something good.
But I never had. I've had some crazy things happen lately. My car. Oh, I got a Honda CRVX, and all of a sudden, everything starts going crazy electrically. I didn't even tell you this one. And this is a public service announcement. I have to bring it in. The drain on my moonroof window, which I didn't even know they had drains, clogged. It started backing up, I guess, the rainwater into the floor of the car, and it shorted out my stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, $3,000 later.
Oh.
But hey, things happen. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, let's get to the chat and shout everybody out. We had Sith Spontics in the house. And
hey, what's going on?
Y'all haven't heard, Spontics is moved his live stream Saturday nights to a brand new channel called Spontics Live. It was awesome Saturday night. It was really great because you had everybody there on a Saturday night, and it was a really awesome show. I got to talk this week a little bit. I don't know if he wants to say this, but I was talking with Burt Beats this week a little bit, and I was telling what a great show they had Saturday night. Burt was on there as well, and man, what a great show! Saturday night, Spontex Live. He just hit 100 subscribers, maybe over that now. Congratulations, Sith, man. He's gonna hit 1K like next week probably, but super pumped about him. And Spontex itself, man, it's getting huge, and it's just doing some live streams and like late in the evening as well. So y'all go check them out. We also got CCB Canadian Car Breakers. Jason in the house comes from Canada. Hope you're doing well, man. Variety Trading Card Collector in the house. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Let's see who else we had stop by. We had 23 Munch in the house. There he is. Hey, 23 Munch. Thanks for stopping by, man. He's won your giveaways a couple of times, hasn't he, Daryl?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I've
won.
won your giveaways a couple of times.
It's not easy to win anymore.
Oh, it's not. It's getting harder, Daryl. You know, when I first subscribed to your channel, I was winning all the time. No, I'm not watching your show to win prizes, Daryl. I tell you this. I really appreciate all the awesome cards you sent me, but I really enjoy. I spend hours watching your shows, and there's a lot of times I tell this to everybody when I'm working in my greenhouse, especially in the spring. I get to spend a lot of hours in there, and I watch it. Especially your Saturday afternoon ones are really good because it's after farmers market. I'm in the greenhouse working, and I love listening to Daryl and his insight on experiences. And you know what I've really been enjoying watching lately? The last couple episodes you have been talking about, this kind of gets us on to what I was going to talk about tonight too, all the theft in the hobby. And I've really enjoyed your in-depth stories and even your card shop stories about how people came into your store and the one guy that gave you the bird that you had to call the police on. And
that was 3 kids.
Wow.
3 kids. I've had I had a store, just a sports card store for 32 years. So I've been robbed a bunch of times, unfortunately. And, I was going to talk about that in a future video of mine because somebody asked me about it. What do you do with kids that steal from you? And it's funny. My first store was in Morristown, and right from the store front door, you could see the county jail. And usually I don't look for kids to steal. Usually their parents turn them in, which is a good thing, right? So like I had a typical, say, mother found out her son had 5 extra packs he wasn't supposed to have and came back in and said, well, I'm sorry, but, he stole these. And we're not talking real young kids, 12, 13 sometimes, And I would tell them a couple of things, which was pretty much true. I said, you don't want to be a thief. I says, now I'm the only one that knows this, me and your mother, and we're not going to say anything, but think about it. I says, if it gets out that you stole, the rest of your life, you walk down the street, somebody's going to say, oh, that's a thief. That guy's a thief. It never goes away from you, And with the county jail being right up the street, I would point to the jail. I'd bring them outside. I said, see that place over there with the bars on the window? Yeah. I said, you keep stealing, you're going to end up in there, So a little bit of tough love. I had the support of the parents too. But, and I tell you what, I don't think I never had anybody steal from me twice. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do the same thing if I ever catch my kids. I make them go back in the store and return it and apologize to the staff. And and they don't, that didn't happen again.
Kids do stupid stuff sometimes. So.
And maybe they learn that lesson so that in the future, when they get older and they have to make that decision again, they don't make that.
Yeah, and that's what happens. The adults I had that stole from me never learned that lesson when they were kids, and that's the problem. But if you're working any kind of retail, it's always an ongoing thing.
Maiden says his mom made him do that when I was 5 years old with a chocolate bar. Never forgot it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, not steal. I constantly tell my children that all the time. For sure.
You got to teach them when they're young. Otherwise, forget it.
Dodger Town 76 Fungo in the house. Thank you for stopping by. We also got a couple of stuff in the house. Who was else? Mac Wax Stack in the house, Daryl. He gave you a shout out. Let me what's up, Mr. 95 cents in the house, and almost blew the roof off his actual house.
We call the place here the Ponderosa. I got every animal imaginable over here almost. You know, I just put up one of those animal cam things. Every night,
trail cams.
Yeah, I got the cam, the motion detector, and it's amazing what everything from skunks to raccoons, everything you want to see.
Oh wow, I need to get one of those for the farm because I have coyotes and all sorts of stuff at my farm. I would love to see what walks past my barn at night because I found that my daughters found a dead coyote at our farm and they thought it was a dog.
Oh Jesus!
They said, "Hey, Daddy Zach, look, there's a dead dog out in the field." I said, "Girls, those fangs on that dog ain't no dog. That's a coyote."
The worst I think I got here is foxes. Yeah. I got some foxes, but they can be pretty vicious.
They can. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a lady at town over that got attacked by one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. During the day, which is not good. That probably means
babies. Yeah. Shout out to my mom. Wonderful women. Yeah, definitely. My mom taught me a lot too. Very thankful for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sis, I saw Sis video. Him and his dog went out walking. He saw coyotes in his urban condo. I saw that, Sis. He had a video short with his dog that he ran into one, and he lives in an urban condo area, so you can see him.
We got a couple in the area. I've never seen one yet, though. My neighbors. My yard's fenced in except for the front because my neighbors all have fences. I don't have a fence, but it's all fenced in. But we still get a lot of stuff.
Jerry the Chihuahua. Yeah, y'all to see Jerry the Chihuahua short show if you haven't seen them. Seth and Lady Seth make some great shorts with Jerry the Chihuahua. They're awesome. Y'all got to go check them out.
Wow.
Jerry is all gangster. That's right. Man. So I was you're talking about that, and I was thinking about something that happened to me when I was young. When I was a kid, I went to a furniture store with my parents. I don't know what we were doing there, but I won a jewelry box, right? So I don't have any jewelry. So what I did with this jewelry box is I had my 286 Fleer Michael Jordan rookies in, and I put them in this jewelry box, and I locked it up because I thought, oh, this is security. Nobody's going to get in this jewelry box. So I put it up in my room, up like on a shelf. And in '92, I was at football practice. I was playing junior varsity football, and my neighbors came out to the football practice, and they said, "Zach, your house is broken into today." So these people came over. My mom sold real estate, and she was selling the house behind our house. And these people, I don't know where they came from, but they had asked my neighbor who was selling the house, and they said, "Yeah, those people are selling it, and they're not home right now." Well, my neighbor had told these criminals that we weren't home, so they went into our home, stole my mom's jewelry. But they went into my room and they opened up this jewelry box thinking there was jewelry in there, right? And there was my 2 Michael Jordan rookies in there, and they took them and threw them on the bed.
Oh,
and they didn't take them. They didn't know what they were. They thought they were garbage.
That's good, though.
And I'll never forget that, walking in that room and seeing all my mom's jewelry stolen, but those 286 Fleer Michael Jordans were sitting right there on that bed, and they didn't want to take them.
You still have them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I pulled them from a pack. Okay, back in '80s, I loved basketball as a kid, and when Fleer basketball came out, I went to this grocery store. It's like a CVS. I don't know if y'all had them up there, called Treasury Drugs. And
Treasury Drugs now, but we got CVS's.
CVS, yeah, they're kind of like CVS, Walgreens, and I go in there, and in the candy aisle on the top floor are these basketball cards. Now, I was a big baseball card collector and football card collector, but I had never seen basketball cards. And I love basketball. And I was like, oh, Dad, I got to get these. So I bought a bunch of packs one night. And then I was like, opened them up, and I was like, oh, cool. I can get Larry Bird. I can get all my Dominique, all my favorites. So I had my dad to go back and get me some more. I ended up pulling 2 Jordans out of those packs. Charles Barkley rookie, Chris Mullin. I mean, it was Chris Mullin rookie, A couple other good cards in there, and Carl Malone, that was the other one I pulled out, and I got the Jordan sticker out of there too. So
I think
um,
Ewing's rookies in there too. I think there's a bunch.
rookies in there, and I think I mean that's just like one of the greatest sets of all time, '86 Fleer basketball. And man, I kind of wish I did get more, but still, and I think I only paid like 99 cents a pack for them. It was nothing, then. Think about that. You know what those packs probably go for now? Like, oh my gosh,
I
they're
was I don't think I was collecting then. I collected till I was about seventh grade, eighth grade, and then I went to basically sports and rock and roll, but playing sports, and I didn't get back into cards until 1990. And what happened was I had a store. It was in a indoor big upscale flea market, and down the way I heard in another store these guys yelling and screaming, and it was around 1990, 91, something like that. And I go down there. I said, "What the hell are you guys making a racket for?" They were pulling Shaquille O'Neal rookies.
oh
So I
yeah.
guess it was about 91, 92. They're pulling Shaquille O'Neal rookies, the upper deck one, and at the time it was $100, and that was unheard of for a card out of a pack to be $100. And that started getting me back into cards. And
Oh
I want to say 2 years later, I had a store.
yeah. I remember that year chasing that Shaq rookie. That was huge. Everybody in the neighborhood was wanting to pull Shaq.
Well, I got into it then, and there wasn't a lot of cards were mass produced then, but I still remember because they had a card shop there, and I had an arcade, but on the side of the arcade, I had a pretty decent sized store that sold mostly toys and stuff, and racing cars and stuff like that. And uh, I said to the guy, well, actually, it started with the guy in the card shop. He said, "Geez, I like to sell toys. Can you sell them to me wholesale?" And I was buying boxes of cards for myself. And I said, "Well, yeah, I tell you what, I'll sell you the toys wholesale. You sell me the cards wholesale." So that's how I started getting a lot of cards. And I still remember opening up the packs, and I really wasn't selling anything. And I think that was about 93. And I'm opening up 93 tops, and I'm getting this guy called Derek Jeter from the Yankees, who we didn't know nothing about. You know, he was a draft pick. Yeah, big deal. He wasn't doing much in the minors. He wasn't that great, we thought. So I remember the kid at one time we said, we're going to start selling cards. So I had in the arcade, I had like a hot dog wagon, and we sold soda. So we used to have those cardboard things that the soda was in. So I said, put a cardboard thing on the counter. We had a big courtesy desk, and put the cards over there for a quarter a piece or something, right? So he put them in a flimsy, and he throw them in there and the whole thing. Then he says to me at one point, he says, "I got all this guy named Derek Jeter from the Yankees. You still want me to sell him for 25 cents?" He's like, "He's on the Yankees and he's a rookie." I said, "Tell you what, since he's a Yankees rookie, put him for 50 cents. So I sold a lot of them for 50 cents. I ended up, I'll tell you how cheap he was when things started getting better for him, and we saw him come through the minors and figured he was going to maybe make it. I picked him up for $1.
Oh
Like,
wow.
guys had buckets full at shows for $1. And then I just held on to him until he was never, I want to say I probably sold him at $10 by the time I sold him. But that car was mass produced, so it was never gigantic. But
Yeah.
when you can buy cards for $1 and sell them for 10, that's not bad.
No.
You know,
No.
I can
Well,
show you. Oh, go ahead.
we
Go
got
ahead.
shout out real quick. We got Yoda Papa Vintage Cards, aka the Bipster, the Guru. He went live this weekend.
Yeah.
You know the Bipster, Papa Vintage Cards. He's great, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been on there once in a while. I remember him.
He's a great guy. Also, Mac Wax Stacks in the house. Got the shout out, Mac Wax Stacks.
Mhm.
Huge fan. He's a big subscriber on your channel, isn't he,
Yeah.
Daryl?
Yeah.
Random
Great.
Rips.
Oh, jeez.
You
I
know,
just want.
we
I
need
just
this guy
want.
on here. What's that?
Oh, jeez. I just sent him a package. He got more collector books coming.
There you go. Dre D's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else we got. If I missed you, let me know. Variety chart. We got Vince in the house. So pumped to have Vince here, man. He's great. All these guys, everybody's been here tonight. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome.
You got a great crew. I know most of them.
Oh man, awesome people. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. And man, this is awesome to have Daryl here with me, man. That's all. You know, Yoda Papa Vintage Card used to own a card shop as
Oh,
well. He used
oh,
to
so
down here in the Atlanta area. So
he's got a
um,
lot of stuff then.
yeah, yeah. He
That's the
lives in
best.
South Georgia now.
All right. That's the best thing about owning a store is you end up with a lot of stuff. Usually, you know. I got to show you one thing I found today in a box.
Yeah.
So it's crazy what people open and what I end up finding because I buy big loads, and I over the years I bought big loads of stuff. You ever see these? The Fleer Ultra Die Cut Platinum medallions.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Now
Wow.
they had the gold medallions, and then they had the
Mm-hmm.
platinum medallions. If I remember right, platinum medallions might have been, if you were lucky, I think one a box.
Mm-hmm.
There's at least 50 of them there. So I didn't open the stuff because I never really opened stuff when I owned the store. And there's probably more somewhere, but I found a block of 50 of them, and some of them, they only made 66 of each
Mm-hmm.
of this year. So like a Julius Peppers, the cheapest one online is like $24, I think.
Wow.
So it's crazy. And I know I didn't pay that much for them because it was in a box of bulk load stuff, I think. So
You found this in the we'll call this the Daryl Vault,
the warehouse.
the warehouse. Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
call it.
I sold my store, but the guy didn't buy my warehouse. And my warehouse is about 700 and some square feet. And it was, before I started going through it, was basically filled from the floor to the ceiling. And even the aisles were filled in. It was loaded. So now I got it to the point where I can walk in and go like 6 feet. So a lot more to go through, because people are also, I'm doing shows. I'm doing a show this Saturday where I hope to find those $10 blasters.
Yeah, that's right, y'all.
You
We were talking about that. Daryl and I were talking about that earlier. Man, where
last,
can you get
last
the
show,
$10 blasters today?
he had the $10 blasters, and I bought a bunch of them. And like one of them was Topps Gallery for maybe 2022 or something. And I got a few for the kitchen here because if you guys see my kitchen, it's all stocked, And I put $15 on them. They were gone in like 3 days. And guys were saying $15, So I got them for $10, And it's an amazing show. It's a small show. It's only about 25 tables, but they got 10-cent card boxes there that have good stuff in them. There was one guy there, and it's a shame I do this show and I don't have time to go around a lot. But there was a guy there who had 25-cent vintage cards. And I looked through them, and here's cards from the 60s, and we're not talking like garbage. Decent stars for 25 cents is crazy.
Wow, that's a good deal, especially the vintage.
No, it's nuts.
Wow, that's awesome. So what's the vibe at the shows these days? I mean, are you seeing a downturn or upturn, or what's the feel like? Would you say
what's going on in almost every show? And it's funny because I do a bunch of shows in different areas in Jersey. The crowd is a little lighter, not too bad though. The crowds are still pretty well attended, but they're not spending the money they used to, of course, because the money's not out there. Once you have to spend money on your necessities, which are a lot more expensive now, the other stuff you do what you can. And I have a guy who was a customer for years, and he told me they'll tell you straight out. My wife used to give me $200 to come to a show, and now she gives me $50.
Yeah.
Now this is in around my area, which is pretty much, I'll say it's pretty high end. Things are expensive here. If you want to rent like a 1-bedroom apartment in this town, it's like at least $3,000 a month.
Ooh.
No, I live in a hot area, they say, right? I don't think it's that hot, but it's real estate wise, it's hot. Now, I did a show out in the sticks, we'll call it. And
that's where I live.
I did I'm in a busy area, but I'm in the woods. I don't know how I'm in the woods, but I'm on the few wooded properties around. But I like a lot of trees. But anyway, so I did a show out in the sticks. It was in the middle of nowhere. It was in a fireman's pavilion. A buddy of mine does it.
That's
And
the fire station show. I know
yes,
you do videos. I love that place when you do that.
he had a few signers too. He had Nicky Rivers there. He had Ron Bloomberg, and Art Shamsky was there. So, you know, Pastor Ken G. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I just subscribed to his channel, by the way. I wasn't subscribed. I just jumped on his bus.
He couldn't make it because it was a Sunday, and he works on Sunday. So he gives me this, and I don't mind the Mets. They're a nice minor league team, but he gives me this stupid Met lunchbox. And he says, "Can you have Shamsky sign it for me?" So I says, "All right." I've already seen Bloomberg a million times. I had Mickey Rivers in my store. I know him personally. I had plenty. I wasn't going to get any autographs that day. So I said, all right, I'll get you the Shamsky thing signed. Well, Pete, the guy that runs the show, he has Bloomberg, Rivers, and Shamsky, and you got to go through the line. You can't get the Shamsky unless you pass Bloomberg and Rivers. And I know them. And I can't not get an autograph. They'll say, what do you want? You don't want to give us any money? You know, that kind of thing. So I bought a picture of each. I got their autograph. So I go to Bloomberg first, and I know him a long time too. I go up to the table. I put my Met lunchbox on the table and give him a picture to sign. And he goes, what the hell are you doing with a Met lunchbox? I'm a Yankee fan. You know, I says, it's not my fault. The pastor made me do it. Mickey Rivers chimed in, you know, same type of thing. And I said, no, it's not my fault, you know. But Bloomberg was funny. He wanted to give me his book, which I already have. He was the first designated hitter in baseball history.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he has a book he put out, Designated Hebrew. And he wanted to give me one for free. And I said, I got one already. Give it to some kid. I already got one. But they were very nice. But that show there, when I'm getting off on a tangent, we made real good money there. People had money to spend. And I talked to a lot of people. It seems, I'll give you an example. A one-bedroom out there was $1,800. So I said to my buddy Darren, who does the shows with me, I says, that's why we did well. They have extra money to spend. If you're talking to the same guy, because the jobs are pretty much the same. A lot of guys commute into this area to work.
Yeah.
And I says, if you're in this area, it costs you $3,000. If you're out there, the most it costs you is maybe $2,000. You got that extra $1,000 a month to spend.
True. And also, I live out in the sticks, and we never have card shows up here too, and they probably don't have a lot of card shows, so that was probably their one chance to get a card show. So for me, I have to drive to Atlanta, which is a 45-minute to hour drive in traffic, and you get down there, and
that's the other thing. This guy does some events out there. His son, they have a wrestling association that his son is the champ of. It's a local organization. They're pretty good though. They were supposed to actually have wrestling matches after the show.
That is so awesome.
we had some rain right before, and they were going to do it out in the field. They were going to set the ring up and everything, and he says we have to cancel because the field's still wet. The guys will get their boots wet and break their rear ends, So
So I love that. So that's the best kind of wrestling is when you go out. We used to have a high school south of me. We go down there and they'd have WCW kind of had some of their feeder wrestlers come in there. Because, Atlanta's the head of WCW. It was the headquarters of WCW. And you get those in there. And that's some of the funnest wrestling in the world. Because you can sit there and yell at them. It's like you take out all your energy out on there and yell. They don't, it's all fun and games. It's all fake, But you're sitting
that local wrestling gets crazy. I was involved with an association back. How long ago was that? Late 80s, very early 90s. And it was nuts, the things that would happen over there. I've seen some things, there was one guy. You ever hear of Public Enemy?
Oh, yeah. I love them, man. They used to have that table they'd come out on in the ring at WCW, and then and they go like this when they come out, back in the day.
Well, Public Enemy, the one guy, Rocco Rock, in our association, he was Cheetah Kid. And the other guy, Johnny, he was Johnny Rotten and the Baby Dolls. He had a couple like models come with him. And they were always the champ and the nemesis, So once in a while they fight somebody else. And we had a guy come in from the Harlem Association. It was like Latin American wrestling. And they used to do that, borrow wrestlers from here, and then he'd give our wrestlers work and stuff like that. So we had a guy come in that was going to fight Johnny Rotten, from this association. And it's all scripted. I hate to tell you guys, it's all scripted. So the promoter's in the back telling this Spanish guy, you're going to lose. You're going to do this, you're going to do that, and you're going to lose because Johnny Rotten's my contender. He goes, me no lose. I no lose. Forget about it. And he says, you got to lose. He goes, I'm going to lose a lot of money if you don't lose. He says, he's fighting for the championship next month, right? He goes, me no lose. This guy actually, I think he ended up making it into the WWF. He was a guy that he waved the Puerto Rican flag.
Okay.
I remember that. So things can get rough in that stuff because they're talking about money now, So we had a couple crazy guys, and I had no part in it. I didn't know nothing. The promoter put these couple crazy guys, they're wrestlers, and some of them are rough guys, out in the crowd because they weren't wrestling that night. A lot of local guys, we all help, but only a few of us wrestle. And they take turns. The rest of them do this. They build the ring. They take tickets, or they went in the crowd, these two guys, and the promoter says, if it looks like it's going the wrong way, you got to intercede because I need this match, And the guy was beating our guy, and they interceded, and for real, because sometimes it gets real, and they pretty much knocked him out.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the one guy hit him over the head with his flag. So he at that night, I wasn't wrestling, but I was the locker room guard. Right? So I used to have a big beard back then, and I was actually bigger than I am now. And so I was a pretty ominous figure, let's put it that way. So I still remember him getting ushered into the back locker room on a stretcher because he was out. They brought him straight through the locker room. There's a back door to an alley. They threw him in the alley. And said, don't ever come back here. And I never forgot that. I said, well, I'm not going to cross the promoter, not me no more. So that things for real do happen. But
hey, Daryl, have you watched this past week or two? They had a series on the Vice Network called "Who Killed WCW," and you got to go back and watch this. It's awesome. It goes through. It's The Rock is the one who produces the show, and him at WWE. It's a great show because sorry about that, y'all. We just had some lightning here.
Wow.
If you hear the noise, storms coming through, but it's great. It goes back to the history of WCW and how it's from the start all the way till it ended. And it is great. And it kind of debates the question, who killed WCW? It has, y'all got to see this. I think you can get it for free on YouTube to watch it. But I've been hooked watching every episode every week because, being here in the headquarters of WCW.
That was Ted Turner. Ted Turner had a lot of money.
Yeah. And Eric Bischoff, him and Bischoff, Bischoff did a lot of that in the 90s, where he took WCW from being like a kind of just like a redneck wrestling. You had the Ric Flair and all that. And then he took it big time with Hogan and all the other, wrestlers. That's a really great documentary. I enjoyed it.
Did you ever see the wrestling from Disney World before Ted Turner bought it?
I did. I've seen some of that. Yeah.
A friend of mine owned it.
Oh, wow.
And he wasn't a wrestler. He would go out as a manager. He called himself the Candy Man, right? But he was the actual promoter and owner. His champ at the time when he started was Blackjack Mulligan, who was sort of washed up a little bit. he offered me a partnership in that thing, but I couldn't leave my store. I had a store by then. He ended up selling it to Ted Turner for a lot of money. You know, I saw him later, maybe a year or so later at a reunion, and I said, "How much did you get for it?" And he goes, "I'll never have to work again," he told me.
Oh wow.
So Ted Turner paid him. He was throwing a lot of money out.
Yeah,
Wow.
you watch the episode. Eric Bischoff talks about how him and Ted met, and Ted pretty much gave him a blank check at the start, and bringing Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and all of them.
Yeah,
it's just a great series. I invite everybody to go watch it if you have a chance. We got some shout outs I have to make. We got 3 good nerds in the house, and Justin just great video yesterday talking about how important this hobby is and YouTube. And y'all got to go watch this great episode. He has like this collection of packs that he's going to leave after he passes away one day with notes. Incredible video. Y'all got to go check out Justin 3 Good Nerds video. I really enjoyed that, Justin. I didn't comment on it, but I think I was somewhere where I couldn't comment, but it was a great video.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, y'all, I'm watching some of y'all's videos, and I don't comment because I'm probably under the Zach the Frugal Gardener name. And a lot of y'all don't know about my other channel, so I'm worried y'all like, who is this guy? So I don't comment sometimes.
That's a great idea. He makes little notes to his son, so one day, and hopefully it's a long time from now, when he passes away, his son can go through it and see the little notes. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, that was a great video. And Justin's saving up to get the Michael Jordan rookie card. He's trying to find ways to save. I really, being frugal like I am. That's my other channel, by the way. Shout out Zach the Frugal Gardener, and trying to save up to get that Jordan rookie. And I'm so pulling for Justin to get that. That's awesome video. I really enjoyed watching that. Y'all gotta, if y'all not subscribed to 3 Good Nerds, go jump on his bus. We also got a couple other uncanny swag in the house. There he is, part of the Spontics crew. I was just talking about how I enjoyed Saturday night stream so much. Y'all, next week we're gonna have Bert's Beats here, and I spoke to him for about me and Bert talked about an hour or two this week on Sunday, and really excited about having Bert here. Next week we're gonna be vertical, and I'm excited not only Bert to talk about sports cards, but also about how to improve working on YouTube and your content, and a lot of strategies he's doing. He just hit 20,000 subscribers.
Wow.
He hit a $1 million view. I think it's plus 1 million short on the Google car. He's also, and he pulls a lot of Wimbies. Daryl, he opened up just like a few packs of Donruss basketball. He has like a collection of Wimbies now, and I can't pull. Me and you both. I know I've watched a lot of your videos. We pull so much, we can't pull a Wimby at all.
I don't get Wimbies too much. What are you gonna do?
I'm going vertical next week. Yeah.
Was it Sport Car Ripping Teacher told me his son opened 3 blasters and got 3 Wimbies.
Wow.
Each blaster had a Wemby in it. I said, boy, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I hadn't had that kind of luck.
He's got lucky lawn cutting money, he told me. His son cuts lawns, and he spends the money on the cards, and hey, that's all right. The Wembies are good.
Yeah.
I got a feeling this year's basketball is going to go up because next year there's not a whole lot of guys to get.
No.
The wax is not going to be that desirable for the box breakers. They're going to be looking for this year's stuff. And because the box breakers are going to look for the stuff, the price is going to go up. So if you can grab stuff from this year now, that's the best thing to do because it's going to go way up, I think.
I heard someone talking on a Discord chat the other day said next year WNBA may be worth more than NBA because you got Caitlin Clark in there and the rise of
guys. What happened today? So I had the 2 guys working the cards, and I had the guy painting in the house, and I had a guy call me up. He was here Monday, and we got these Caitlin Clark blasters. You see them yet?
Yeah, I saw them in store. Huh?
So he calls me up, and he says to me, I got a Caitlin Clark autograph. I said, yeah. I thought they were like impossible to get, and I think they probably are. I said, you got to be kidding. And this guy, he's a nice guy. He's a very avid card collector, but he doesn't know that much about cards, So I said, you sure you got an autograph? It's not a facsimile or something? No, he said, I got an autograph. He said, I'm going to come next week and show you. I says, all right. So I had to go out to the accountant to do the end of the quarter paperwork. So I was out for about an hour and a half. Unannounced, he shows up, which is all right. I got the guys here. and he shows him. He's got the Prism autograph
Wow.
that I haven't checked yet, but my worker checked online. He says some guy's asking $10,000 for it.
What are the odds of pulling that? That's what I wonder what the odds are on pulling one of those.
It was a $30 blaster box.
Wow, said, that's incredible.
That right now, the record here is actually, I did it online, but it was from the kitchen. The best blaster to come out of the kitchen before that was a Gypsy Queen blaster that I pulled the no-name Shohei Ohtani autograph in. And that was about an $800 card at the time. This beats it. It's at least $2,000, $3,000 minimum. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, Graham's getting the Wembies. He's getting the Wembies.
The first WNBA Prism card, Caitlin draft class. Yeah, it's going to be worth a lot. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, a new guest here, Sensei Domino Tony, come to us from the great state of Texas. Hey, Tony.
Super guys in the chat. I can't see any chats, so hello to everybody.
Yeah. Here, let me shout out a couple of them more. We got Sensei Domino.
You're showing most of the guys.
DK stopped by. DK, have it your way. Thank you, DK. Really appreciate it. Three Good Nerds. Vince, that's collection. We've had Swag stop by. We had Bipster, Dre. Man, thank you all. I really appreciate y'all all stopping by. Y'all are awesome out there. But that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm super pumped. They got excited about that, and
you got a package, don't you, for Mesa things or something?
Yes. So, man, we're at 9:17. I was going to end this in a few minutes because we're going to watch TV because Hulk Hogan's going to be on the convention tonight, y'all. So say your prayer, take your vitamins.
He's not on here. I actually got it on silent here.
Yeah, I got it right here in the back. Hulk Hogan's my favorite wrestler of all time. I know Comment Collector, who was here a few minutes ago, that's his favorite wrestler. We were talking about Hulk Hogan last week.
You want to do your package? Because I got 3 packs to open, too.
Yeah. Here, what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to stop my cam. Hold on a minute. Y'all still hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna come over here to the screen, and I've got a package from a Mess of Things. I want to say a huge shout out to Mess of Things. He just did his 1,500 minute rip, and if y'all have never watched his minute rips, they're really awesome. Every morning he posts them. Robert is a great guy, very generous. You know, all you do is put your name on a list, and he gives you all the players from that team for 1 month. And I think I signed up this like late last year to get the Braves. And I don't remember what month it was. It was like February or March. And really appreciate Robert, man. This is not the first time that I've gotten the Braves. But really appreciate it and really kind of him. So we're going to open this up and see what we have here. Let's see here. Let me go solo. And then I'm going to go start. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
All right. How do I look right there, Daryl?
Looks good.
Okay.
Nice looking package. A lot of stickers.
Isn't that cool? That's one of the cool things that Robert does. Like every time you watch somebody who rips their minute rips, you see these awesome stickers. And you always wonder, like, some of this, I don't know what it is. I was thinking there's one. This looks like, how's that look? Let me see. I can't see it what it looks like on the camera, but this looks like Disney World. I don't know. It's the 75th anniversary. I don't know what a lot of these. Oh, look, there's Pikachu. Shout out to Pikachu.
There you go.
There's a lizard. But really cool how he adds all these stickers on there. That's totally cool. Really makes the package there. So huge shout out to Robert and Mess of Things, y'all. Congratulations, Robert. Everybody was doing a VR on Tuesday. He had a thing where you do a VR where 1,500 thing. I didn't get around to it because I was so busy. But huge shout out to Robert Mess of Things. Congratulations on 1,500 minute rips, and I really appreciate the wonderful generosity. So that team, you know what team I got, y'all. I don't want to show the address, but you know what team I got in my line of Braves, and I need some scissors. You see that big A I got right there?
That means Braves.
That's right. You know what? We got that at the game the other night, and it came with a chain, and the chain fell off. So I said, let's just use that as a prop on the channel now. So we just use the A now.
Looks good.
All All right, I got May 2024 minute rips, Braves X Sports Cards and Collectibles. And look, he even put my number right here on the order of where it was. Thank you, Robert. I messed the thing. So he shout out, y'all. Robert's channel and Daryl's is in the description below. I'm sure most of y'all are subscribed, but if you're not and you're watching this and you're new, go down in the description below and subscribe to Daryl. We're trying to push Daryl to 1K. Where you at right now, Daryl, sub count wise?
A little over 700. But I tell you what, Zach, I don't really go crazy.
I know you don't, but I want to see you get there. I know you don't care. I want to see you get there.
I'm supposed to be in semi-retirement. And you know what it is? I like to answer all the comments. It takes time to do that.
It does. It is.
But I enjoy it.
And I don't get to a lot of y'all's comments because sometimes I have to do it when I have some time and I can sit down and go through all of them. But I really appreciate every comment everybody makes. But
yeah,
I usually can't get around to them. Okay, here's our first card right here. And this is Ballpark, Atlanta, Georgia, Turner Field. This is the old Brave Stadium. There's Hank Aaron right there. That's awesome. I love that.
That's from the upper deck?
Yeah, upper deck.
That's the upper deck. That's the one. I think Top sued him over that set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the one they didn't have a license. They made it with no logos, I believe.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the way it worked. I remember Top suing them.
Here's a Austin Riley. What year is this? 2022 Austin Riley right there. That's pretty cool. I like that card. I'll put that over there inside. We love Austin Riley in our house. That's pretty cool. Mike Soroka. Whatever happened to him? I don't even know where he's at right now. That's his 2020 Mike Soroka. Oh, look at here. Here's Mad Dog Greg Maddux right there. That's an awesome card right there.
It's nice.
I like that. Ronald Acuna. Well, we're hoping him to come back next year. Love Acuna right there. Oh, look at here. Here's Topps Holiday Ronald Acuna. Oh, wait, you got another one. Oh, look who we have. Oh, wow. I saw this guy a couple weeks ago. We got our blooper right here. Shout out to Blooper, man. That's awesome. He's got his patriotic red, white, and blue on, man. I'm gonna replace Turner Field with Blooper, man, because we love Blooper in our house, man. He runs out in the field after the Braves win. Shout out to Blooper, man. Greatest mascot in baseball right there. There's Ronald Acuna right there again. Oh, wait a minute. I got Aaron Judge after that. Here you go, Daryl. Here's a shout out to you right here.
Oh, there you go.
That was an accident.
The best of both. Yeah, that's the best of both worlds.
Nice. Let me know, Robert, if I need to send that back to you. That's a 2020 Aaron Judge and Ronald Acuna right there. So let me know if that. It doesn't look like it's a short print. You kind of look for the short prints on the Topps Holiday with the different things on them. So I don't see any you always look for the Christmas wreaths and all that stuff, but I don't think
no variations on those two.
Shout out right there. Here, I'll put Aaron Judge up here because I give a shout out to your Yankees right there. Give some what a great season he's having. He started off slow, Aaron Judge, but I've been watching a couple of Yankee games. He's getting back in the groove and having a really great season.
Yeah.
We got Steve Avery right there. Steve Avery, man, I remember when he was. Now Matt Olson, here's my boy right here. He comes from my high school. I love Matt Olson, man. One of my favorite players. I don't have that card too. That's super cool. Eddie Rosario, who just re-signed with the Atlanta Braves the other day. Very pumped about having him back. He really, really wanted to come back to Atlanta, and now he's back playing with the Braves again. He's been playing a little bit in AAA, but that's pretty awesome. Orlando Arcia, there he is sliding into home plate right there. Mm-hmm. We got Hank Aaron. Look at that. That's an old classic card, a Stadium Club right there of Hank Aaron.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
That's a cool card. 2023 right there. Here's Mike Stanton. Remember when Mike Stanton played back in the day, 91. He was part of that Braves run in the one of the first Braves runs back in 91, 92 area. So that's pretty cool.
I think he played for the Yankees too.
Oh, he did. Mike Stanton did.
A little bit. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, look at this. I love Stadium Club. Look at that picture of Max Fried right there. He pitched in the All-Star game. That is a great photo right there. I don't know if y'all can see that in the camera, but it's in person. It's really cool. Chief Fantasy Professional Stadium Club, Austin Riley right there. That's cool. That's Stadium Club. What year is that? 2023 right there. There's Matt Olson again. I don't have that Matt Olson, I don't think. Sean Murphy right there. Oh, there's Sean Murphy's team like that. And then here we go. May 2024 minute rips. Braves. Thank you, Robert. That's awesome. Hey, my favorite card of all has got to be Blooper, dude. I love Blooper, y'all. I don't know. This something good. He comes out at the end of the game with the flag and with the Braves flag wrapped in the field. We just love Blooper, man. You see him all over the stadium. And shout out to Daryl and Aaron Judge right there as well.
There you go.
Huge thanks to Robert and Mess of Things. His channel's in the description below, and I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. You weren't expecting Aaron Judge.
I wasn't. And so, Robert, if I need to sit Aaron Judge back to you, just
Nice.
I think that stuck together with the other cards. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll send that back to you. Awesome. All right, here you go, y'all. I'm gonna change screens here a second. Oh, y'all gonna see my nasty office. Hold on. Let me stop the camera. Okay. Here, I'm gonna put you, Daryl, here on the big screen here. Let me move it around. All right, y'all. Let me get moving around. Sorry I didn't get you. Oh, there's Dave. Dave, see, yeah. How you doing, Dave? Thanks for stopping by, man. I missed you there in the chat.
Hulk Hogan's just showing up at the convention.
Oh, yeah. Is Hulk Hogan?
Oh, it's crazy. They got the Hulkamania thing going and everything. I got it on.
Oh, man.
You got it on over there?
I got it on. I don't see Hulkster. I see him coming out. I see. Is that Melania? I see a bunch of them coming up on the stage, but I don't see the Hulkster yet.
I got some kind of live thing going on here. I don't know. Maybe mine's. Right now, he's on stage. He just went up on stage with the flag. We can watch the recording later. What are you gonna do? So.
All right, Darren, I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Are you ready?
Right. I got 3 packs to open.
He's got 3 packs because I don't.
I'll do them quick because we got to go watch the TV. I got 2020 Big League, 2021 Topps Chrome, and I got a 2022 Donruss. And that's why I do these videos, so I get to open packs.
Oh my gosh, Hulk Hogan's got an American flag. He's coming out in the arena right now. Oh my gosh.
I think I'm watching this live from somebody, and I think I'm a little bit ahead of you actually because he came out like a minute ago. But that's all right. Here we go. We're gonna do these pretty fast. I got a Bryce Harper, Amon Rosario, and I like these big leagues. Right now I see got an orange parallel. Clayton Kershaw. We got Nick Senzel. Got a walks leaders. Here we go. Alex Bregman, Mike Trout, and Carlos Santana. Okay. Well, I can send this to Sport Car Ripping Teacher. We got an orange Wilson Contreras from the Cubs. These are nice too. These like comic things. Trey Mancini. Oh, I got an autograph, Zach.
No way. You did not.
At a big league. At a big league.
No way.
Things are hot over here at the Ponderosa.
I tell you.
We get a Caitlin Clark autograph pulled today, and now I got a James Karanchak.
Awesome.
I don't even know who he is. From the
Cleveland. He play for?
From Cleveland. We played
Cleveland. There you go.
It says Cleveland Indians, so this is an older card. But I don't know who he is, but there he is. I got an autograph, and boy, did he put a lot of effort into that autograph. JK, if you want to make it out. It's his rookie autograph too.
Oh wow, that's a rookie auto, man. That's a monster pull.
Get a Pete Alonso.
Okay, I don't know what's going on right now, Daryl, with Hulk Hogan. But all I know is I'm looking at Trump right now, and he's got this huge smile on his face. As Hulk Hogan's up there doing something. I have to watch this on the replay, y'all. I'm sure it's hilarious.
We have
enjoy this because he loves wrestling. He used to be a former wrestler. So.
And Alex Bregman. Trump is a character. I'll tell you. He has a golf course about 8 miles from here, and I never met him, but the guy that bought my store is good friends with him. He golfs at the Trump golf course. He's a member of the Trump golf course, which I think costs a lot of money to join. So I wouldn't be joining that. But on my buddy's payroll, Otis Anderson works for him, OJ Anderson, and he has Lawrence Taylor on his payroll. So when Lawrence comes into town, because he lives in Florida, they go golfing at the Trump course. And guess who's one of the biggest Giant fans ever?
Who's
Donald
that?
Trump.
Oh, yes.
Donald Trump. So Donald Trump likes to golf with the Giant guys. So guess who gets to go with him? My buddy. So I got to show you something real quick. I'll be right back. Let's see.
Oh, Sensei says Trump ruined the USFL. Yeah, I remember that. Remember the New Jersey Generals. Herschel Walker was on that team back in the USFL back in the day. Man, I tell you this. I remember when Trump wasn't Trump in he was in one of the WrestleManias. Was it?
Oh yeah, I got those. If you look on my eBay, I'm selling them. Domino. It was the hair match.
Yeah.
So McMahon got a guy, and Trump got a guy to wrestle. Whoever won, the other guy got his hair shaved.
Oh yes, now I remember that. Yeah.
And Trump's guy won, I think it was. So McMahon got his hair shaved. But look at that.
Oh wow.
So one day, I'm in the store, and my buddy who bought the store from me says, "Here you go, right from Trump." So,
hey, Vince says, "Will he rip his shirt?" And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Vince. I'm not listening to it, but I just watched Hulk Hogan rip his shirt off on the stage.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got another pack though. 2021 Topps Chrome.
I'm sorry, Daryl. I really appreciate Daryl being here.
We got off on a little tangent, but
I don't get distracted by that stuff. TV show.
Right.
Hulk Hogan is like me and Comment Collector talked about this last week. He went and got Hulk Hogan. He just met Hulk Hogan.
He met him, yeah.
And at the Mall of America, in the first WCW Monday Night Nitro was at the Mall of America, where Hulk Hogan opened his pasta restaurant there.
Oh, wow.
And it was like a big night, and so to meet Hulk Hogan there when that happened, I thought that was totally cool.
He's the one guy I never met Hulk Hogan.
I would love to meet Hulkster. I've met a lot of wrestlers, but I've never met Hulk Hogan. That's my favorite.
In the local association, we would bring up like 3 or 4 guys from WWF in order to, beef up our bill. He was too big. We couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
But there's only 4 cards in this pack, Zach. I got a George Springer.
They already pulled an auto tonight, man. That's monster pull.
Paul Goldschmidt. I got a Chris Davis. But they got a decent card. The Andrew Jimenez rookie, the anniversary.
Ooh, yeah.
Not too
I
bad.
like this. I like those 86 because I was a big fan of 86 Tops.
You get lucky with Indians so far.
You are. Indians auto tonight, a rookie Indians auto. And
I got the Don Russ pack. This is a big pack. Let's see. I got an Adolis Garcia, Kyle Lewis, Paul Goldschmidt, Colton Wong. Oh, Ozzy Albies. There you go.
Ozzy Albies. There you go. Atlanta Braves. Let's go.
We got Jesus Sanchez, Eloy Jimenez, Randy Johnson. Got a Rafael Devers Diamond King. Got a Shane Boz rated rookie. A Cattell Marte Diamond King. AJ Alexi rated rookie. Oh, this is nice. I got a purple Brooks Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's nice. That is.
He was one of the nicest guys in baseball. I met him a few times. Then we got a purple Juan Soto.
Oh, there you go. He's having a great year for the Yankees.
Yeah. And, my buddy in Detroit's going to like this one. I got a friend in Detroit that I've been trading with for like 25 years. I got a nice trending Casey Mize for him.
Oh, yeah.
I did all right,
How's Casey Mize doing? I haven't heard much.
I heard he got hurt, but maybe he's back. I don't know.
Yeah, I know he was like big upcoming star, and then so he got hurt, and then I don't remember what happened next after that. I was like,
he might still be out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. He still might. I mean, if it was that Tommy John, he might still be out. I'm not sure what happened to him, but my buddy still likes when he gets his cards because I guess he's coming back eventually. Some of those guys come back from Tommy John. They're better than when they started.
Yeah.
So, you never know. Joe Kick for president.
That's Swag, though. Swag loves Joker, man. He loves the Joker.
I don't know if any of you guys are from Colorado out there, but my buddy Mike has a store out there. Mike Stadium Club Cards. He's a fantastic guy. He's also See, some guys, card shop business is not easy. We had it good for the pandemic and a couple of years after. It's starting to get back to where it's a grind. But a lot of guys, when they own a card shop, had to have another job. And I don't know if you guys know Mike, but Mike is a courtside guard for the Denver Nuggets. And he's right on the court. Whenever they have a game, home game, Mike's a big guy with a beard. And he's on the court. He's friendly with those guys because I think his son is also the ball boy when they warm up. He gets a lot of big Nuggets and stuff, and I think maybe the Broncos too, into his place to sign autographs. And he's had Jokic a couple times, I believe, to sign autographs.
Swag says he knows Mike. That's his local card shop. That's
there you go. Tell him Mr. 95 Cent said hello. I see him on Facebook all the time. We have a Facebook group.
Cruz?
Huh? Oh, Cruz. Hey, we have a.
Just want to say hey to you.
Yeah, we have a group on Facebook called. It's a sport card store only page, and we're both members of that because I was an ex-store owner, and I see him more. He's actually the moderator of the page. He does a great job, Mike. Mike is a great ambassador for the hobby. You know, he is. He's been doing it for years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what a night. Thank you, Daryl, for sharing all those awesome cards. He pulled an auto here, man. That's what I'm saying. That's fire, man. That's awesome.
I can investigate the guy now, see if he even played. Oh, watch out. Oh, there he goes. Watch out because what was it? Oh, so here's a good one. One of my buddies called me up today. He was in another card shop, and one of the guys opened up a Topps Chrome box. I think the one with 3 autographs, right? I forget what he said he paid for it. It was something stupid, like $300 or $400 at least. And he got the 3 autographs, and none of them were worth more than $10.
Wow.
So you know what my favorite saying is, Zach?
What's that?
Don't buy a box for more than $120 because what we're getting at this stuff lately hasn't been worth it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, get who shout Bert's Beats in the house. I was just talking about you earlier, Bert. Me and Bert had a great conversation this weekend about YouTube and content. I'm super pumped about having Bert back here. Next Thursday, we're going to do a vertical. That's right. We're going to be vertical live stream, me and Bert next week. First time I've ever done a vertical live stream.
Okay.
And I'm super pumped about having Bert here with me. Also, you know, Bert, we'll talk about sports cars, but we're also going to talk about YouTube content, how to improve your shorts, how to improve your videos, how to grow your channel. And Bert is an expert, man. I mean, him and Sith, I rely on them. They always give me great advice, and I'm super pumped to know them. I talk to them all the time. They're great help. Really appreciate it. Talking about men's swimwear, I know.
Well, I'll tell you what the secret is already, because I've noticed this in my observations. If you have a cat, a dog, or kids, you're good for an extra 500 subscribers.
Exactly. Especially the dog. The dog. Oh, man, the dogs. They get the views. I've done a couple of shorts by dog, and he gets a ton of them.
Oh, yeah.
I know Vince will say that. Vince says that all the time about his show. He drops dogs. He said he ought to. Remember he did the April Fool's joke where he said he's going to turn his channel into.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I said, geez, I was sad.
Yeah. I was too. I believed him for a little while. I mean, I love putting dogs, but like, and you know, on my Zach the Frugal Gardener, I have my do dog shorts sometimes with Ralph, my poodle, and they get a lot of views, you know, and I get a lot of comments. They're great. Look, I'm a big supporter. Versus, that was another live stream I'm going to. Yeah. No, it's gonna be awesome. Super pumped to have Bert here next week.
We're all excited for next week. Oh yeah.
We also have Matty Ice here in the house. You shout out to Matty Ice. There he goes, Matty Ice in the house. There he's shouting everybody out. Matty Ice is a great guy here. Super pumped about having him. No, man, we love it. These guys are awesome, man. Y'all go watch Spinetech Sunday night. Also, if you're missing, you know, From the Hill tomorrow night, who else we got? We got Dan is coming back with DM Hockey. He's coming out. Dan and Perch had a show. I think Dan's going to be having a show now. Looking forward to watching that. And Spine Ticks. Maiden will be live Sunday night. Love watching Maiden on Sunday night. Maiden and Tim are having a Christmas in July huge live stream on Sunday. I'll be tuning into that. It's gonna be like all day long. It's gonna be like Maiden's birthday, and it's so much fun. I might, I think Maiden invited me to come on there. I might stop by if I can. We'll see. I gotta do some traveling on Sunday, so we'll try to see if I can. Y'all, we're gonna kind of wrap this up here in a few minutes. We're gonna get to watching everything on TV.
One more thing. I'm gonna be on a live Tuesday night.
Oh, you are? Where?
You know Steve Purple?
Yeah, Purple GT22. He was on here a few weeks ago.
I think he's doing a live for maybe the first time.
That's awesome!
And I'm going to be on it. He invited me. I'm going to be on.
Oh, I'll be there. Because Steve's a great guy.
Yeah,
I had Steve a guest here on my channel. He's one of my Braves and Falcons brothers too, man. Yeah, Steve's great.
Matt Ryan is his favorite.
He loves Matty Ice.
Tuesday night. I think we're going on about 8:00 or so, something like that.
Yeah. I'll be tuning in. I'll be flipping between that and Bert as well. Bert goes live during that. He goes in that time. So I'll be flipping back and forth between them, y'all's too. But definitely, that's a great guy. Purple GT22. It was also on my YouTube All Stars. He's a great guy, super fella in this community, and that's gonna be a great live stream as well.
Should be fun, and it gives me excuse to open a couple more packs.
There you go. I love watching Daryl's videos because he'll do some cards from the vault. Then he'll do some cards, show stories, and then you close up with ripping a pack or a blaster, and that's what it's all about, man. I love watching Daryl's channel, and I'm honored to have Daryl back here. We might could go a little bit longer. I think they're gonna. It's gonna be a little while that Trump speaks. If you can, Daryl, you okay with going a little bit longer?
Yeah. I'm all right.
We'll hang out here a little bit longer. I think it's gonna be a while until.
Yeah, we gotta watch the Hulk Hogan tape. What are you gonna?
Yeah. We've already missed Hulkster. Hulkster has said his prayers, and
that's the main reason we wanted to watch.
I want to see two people speak tonight. I want to see the Hulkster, and I want to see Trump and Hogan. I just missed. So I have to watch. What I'll do is that's what's great about YouTube. If you miss stuff, you can just go back and watch it on YouTube.
That's all. We'll watch it on YouTube.
And that's like with that WCW show. Like I don't even think I have the Vice network, but what I did is I just found it on YouTube and I watched every episode of that on YouTube because I just don't there's so much other stuff.
Have a good show on there that's been on there for a few years, The Dark Side of Wrestling.
Yes, that's good too.
They have a good series. There's a good wrestling series on there.
Yeah, I like those too. I like the stuff where they go back to the 80s and 90s. To me that was like the peak of wrestling for me. I don't mind modern wrestling. I like Cody Rhodes today. To me, my peak of my wrestling childhood was the 80s. I'm more of a like character wrestler. Like I love your friend Doink the Clown, the characters. I really like that era. And WCW, WWF in the 90s was just so awesome. I love that time. That was.
Did I ever show you my last reunion picture that I had? I don't know
if yeah. With Doink and everybody. Yeah.
I'll show everybody. I don't know if anybody's.
Yeah.
So I had it on the side. This was from the later 90s. We had a reunion dinner. And I took the picture. And there's Doink. That's the original Doink. Lou Albano is right in the front there.
Lou Albano. Oh, I was at Target the other day. They had a Lou Albano action figure.
Oh, well, I grew up with guys like that. Like Bruno Sammartino and stuff, because I started watching wrestling in the 60s. And actually, Lou Albano was pretty popular, but he was like, he was basically a bum. He wasn't a great wrestler. He always had a rivalry with this guy, Angelo Savoldi. And the big thing about it, and I think it was Angelo, might have had the cauliflower ears. And Lou would get him in a headlock and grind his ear, and that was the peak of the match because Angelo Savoldi would cry like a baby, because his cauliflower ears were getting old. But this one here, there's right next to Doink, going that way is my buddy Rocco Rock. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The sad part about, let's see if I can wait. There's Rocco right there. His real name's Teddy Petty.
Oh,
Well, was. Uh, whoops. Right behind Lou is one of the Samoans.
oh wow.
Right there. The kid with the white shirt to the one side of Lou, he was a rookie working out of Alpha's school in Pennsylvania, Billy Kidman.
Oh,
Who,
Billy Kidman. Oh, I love Billy Kidman.
right there,
He
Billy
he
Kidman.
made it in WCW a long time. He went on to fight Hulk Hogan in
Yeah.
the early 2000s. He took on Hulk Hogan in
Hey,
a title match.
look, I have a bad time. There's Bam Bam
Bam Bam
way in the
Bigelow.
back.
Right there. Yeah.
Way in the back. Yeah.
I love Bam Bam Bigelow. Even
And
I was watching video the other day of Bam Bam Bigelow and ECW, and back then, he did a run. He had his peak run probably WWF in those late earlier 90s,
oh
but he
yeah.
came back to ECW later on, and he had a great little run there in ECW. I loved ECW. When I was in college, I had this television station out of Athens, Georgia, and they would put ECW on TV at like midnight. And so we would go down to this pizza joint and get pizza and watch ECW. And this pizza joint was like in downtown Athens. It would stay open until like 3 a.m. And
Yeah.
so we would go eat pizza and watch ECW wrestling. It was so great. Oh man.
Bam Bam was a legitimate crazy man. Nice guy.
Yeah.
If he liked you,
He
he was
was.
a nice guy. he was the real thing. I think they took him out of a bar down in South Jersey. He was a bouncer.
Oh
That's
wow.
that's where they got him from. And nice guy, but he partied too much. I mean, the sad part about it is half the guys in that picture are dead.
Yeah.
And I think except for Lou, most of them are younger than me. So that's the sad part of that business is a lot of guys took steroids and everything else, and they had addictions to alcohol, and a lot of times because of the pain, because they get injured a lot, uh, they took alcohol, drugs, everything else, and they got addicted to it. So
Yeah.
that's the sad part of that business is a lot of guys die young.
Yeah. I was watching Diamond Dallas Page right now. You do remember him back in the 90s?
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's doing a lot of rehabilitation, helping guys out.
He's working with Lex Luger right now, which it really breaks my heart when I see Lex Luger in a wheelchair right now, because you remember Lex Luger just being this buff, humongous guy, and then you see him today and he's in a wheelchair. He doesn't look like half himself he was back then. It breaks my heart because
A lot of guys took steroids. A lot of guys.
the steroid, you can tell that the steroids really wore on his body, and that's so sad. I mean, because I remember, in the WCW days, but also in the WWF days. There was a match one time where Lex Luger, I don't remember, it was taking Yokozuna on like an aircraft carrier during the Persian Gulf War. And it was like, that was probably the peak of Lex Luger in WWF. And it was just really cool. I mean, you see that.
Yokozuna is not really Japanese. You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's actually, I think, Alpha's nephew from the Samoans.
Yeah. It was great seeing that. And but I was watching
his real name is Rodney or something like that. What are you gonna do?
That's what's great about wrestling.
But those guys are great. The Samoans, I haven't seen these guys in a long time, but they called me, and I still haven't found those pictures. They called me one night. I was out of it, and I was probably out of wrestling for 10 years. They called me up one day and they says, "Brother, you got to come." They used to call me brother. You got to come down to the match. We're wrestling not too far from you. It was about maybe 10 miles away. I says, "Yeah." So I went down. I brought my two nephews. They're my two older nephews who are now in their 30s. The one runs the Brave Stadium. And, oh, geez, they were probably 5 and 7 at the time. And I got pictures. I got to find them. I don't know where they are. They used to hang up in the store. I got them with, they met all the guys, the Samoans. They met Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and I got pictures with them all. It was a fun night. But that's the last time I seen those guys in person. I mean, we communicate online sometimes, but they're out in Pennsylvania now. They run a school. You
The
know,
main says DDP helped Jake the Snake Roberts. I know.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, he was on the outs, Jake.
yeah. Jake the Snake. Did you ever see that bio on Jake the Snake where it was? They did this in the early 2000s. My friend showed me this. It was this bio on Jake the Snake, and when he was in the heart of his drug problems, and he was
Mm.
wrestling these like real small arenas, and it was just so sad because they had like interviewing his children, and I'm really glad what DDP has helped Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake's now back, and he was in AEW for a while managing, and
Yeah.
good to see Jake the Snake back into wrestling.
Diamond Dallas, he did a great job with a lot of guys. He's doing good.
Jake the Snake was the only wrestler. Well, when he comes out, it said Jake the Snake from Stone Mountain, Georgia, or Lilburn, Georgia, and he had a weight fitness place in my town,
Okay.
and lived on the other side of town. So I always was pulling for Jake the Snake because he was
You know
my.
who else was from Stone Mountain, Georgia?
Who's that?
Crusher Blackwell.
Crusher Blood.
Yeah, I remember him. I liked him. He was good. Yeah. Crusher Blackwell. He was from Stone Mountain, Georgia, too.
I always loved Jay Snake back as a kid because I was like, oh man. And when he brought that Cobra out there and that fake with the
Oh,
fangs
yeah.
out of it, Macho Man, that was an epic.
Well, I listen to Macho Man almost every week with Freedom Sufferer.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
Almost every week I listen to him. It's
I love Freedom Sufferer. Great job.
He did some great Macho Man impersonations.
Bob Newhart passed away today. I heard about that.
There was
a
somebody
great
else that passed away. I'm trying to remember. A lot of famous people have been dying.
I know. Yeah, Bob Newhart was great. Remember the Newhart show we had? This is Larry, my brother Daryl, and my other brother Daryl, and Bob Newhart on there. That was great.
Lou Dobbs died today.
Lou Dobbs from CNN. Oh wow,
78 years old.
Wow.
I used to enjoy watching him. I watched him every night when he came on for a while.
Remember when you used to have a CNN Money show back in the day, and you'd watch him?
He was good. But
Comment Collector mentioned that last week. Yeah, 80.
Okay,
yeah. I couldn't remember. Remember you mentioned last week, but I couldn't remember his name. I didn't know Jerry Crusher Blackwell that well, but
he was a big guy. But boy, he could move around. That guy.
Yeah.
For a big guy, he could move. He had some talent.
Well, to me, as a kid growing up, there were two wrestlers from the Atlanta area that I always pulled for, and that was the Big Boss Man because he was from Cobb County, Georgia, and then he had Snake. He was on the Cobb County. I grew up in Gwinnett County, which is on the other end of Atlanta. But two wrestlers that I grew up as a kid really, they were like our hometown wrestlers was Jake the Snake and and Big Boss Man and WWF. Now WCW was just full of Atlanta wrestlers. I mean, pretty much everybody lived in Atlanta, WCW, but WWF there wasn't.
You ever meet the Honky Tonk Man?
Honky Tonk Man, yeah, he had that big. He'd go out there. I remember seeing Honky Tonk Man a lot on Saturday Night Main Event. That's where I remember seeing him a lot back in the day.
He wrestled for our association a lot. He was with us a lot. He was a good guy. He was
great.
He was at what I remember. I think he got kicked out of the WWF back then because I think he owned his name and there was a fight over it. I remember him complaining about it, and he hated Vince McMahon. Oh my God! I think Vince was trying to sue him to get the name back or something like that, because that's what he does. McMahon, he owns the names of a lot of these guys. So they can't leave or go anyplace else. And that's why when you see them go someplace else, they're under another name because they can't use their real name.
Right. Like when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash came over from WWF to WCW, they had to change their names from Diesel to Razor Ramon over to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So they're like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Who's that? This is Diesel and Razor Ramon.
He owns them. And I'm thinking Trump's coming on soon because his son's talking.
Yeah, his son's talking. So we better wrap this up, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, Daryl. Daryl, I might have to have you back on another night where there's not so much. We got a lot going on. I definitely want to have you back.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for the invite and everybody being here, even though I can't see the chat. I sort of know who's here because I usually say hello to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Thank y'all all for stopping by tonight. And y'all, I'm sure. Shout out to Will Voggs. I didn't shout Will Voggs who stopped by here tonight. If you're not subbed to Daryl, y'all go sub him up in the description below. If you're watching this and you're new, sub him up. Let's get Daryl to 1K, y'all. I want to see Daryl get there. He deserves to be there. He makes great content. I call him one of my great friends here, and I tell you this, I want to have Daryl back many, many more times. And I know Daryl's been going through some stuff with his family. His family's been in our thoughts and prayers. And Daryl is a friend of mine, and I'm really, really thankful for Daryl, all he does for this, not just for me, but for this community. One of the great ones. He's not going to say this, but I'm going to say that. I truly believe that. And y'all, you learn something every time when you watch Daryl's videos, y'all. And I really appreciate that Daryl, really do. Thank you so much.
I got to tell you one thing, your viewers, God bless the Braves. My nephew works for them. He's got a big job for them. They took care of him in a time of trouble for the family, which was very appreciative. So I'll be a Braves fan forever.
Yeah, there you go. Daryl's gonna be chopping on. He's the first. We Yankees and Braves fans. So yep. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's so fun to have Daryl on here tonight, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up here, yep. And I really appreciate Daryl coming on here. I wish I've got something wrong here on my screen here. Let me see if I can change this up. Let's see. Oh well, no. Let's see here. Well, I'm just gonna have. Let's see. Y'all, I'm getting some technical difficulties. My screen has gotten really. Something's happened with the.
For me, it looks normal. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see here. Well. I made it even worse. Oh, y'all. Oh man. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to change this up a little bit and see if I can. Well, y'all, thank y'all for coming. I'm going to somehow close this out. I don't know how.
Thanks a lot.
Do you have any last words before we close it out? When's your next video coming out, by the way? Saturday at the card show.
Saturday from the show.
From the show.
It's going to be from the show, a short one, but I'm going to show you all the good stuff over there.
Okay.
And maybe $10 blasters before I buy them.
$10. Yeah, you got to show everybody those $10 blasters before they get gone, because they went fast the last time, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I buy a lot of them.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay, here I just did something. What did I do? Okay, here we go. All right. So thank you, Daryl. I'm going to close it off here. Thank y'all for watching.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Really appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next week with Bert, and I may have some other videos as well. Thank y'all. It's been an awesome night tonight. I'm gonna go watch. I got to go rewatch Hulk Hogan, and then watch the big speech tonight. And y'all have a great one. We'll see you next week, y'all.
Take care. Take care.
Take care, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you, Daryl. I really